Welcome back. Former President Trump said he would pull U.S. troops from Afghanistan by May 1st. But Joe Biden's taking his time, announcing today that he will pull troops by the 20th anniversary of the attacks on September the 11th. Joining me now is General Jack Keane, Fox News senior strategic analyst. General, thanks so much for being with me tonight.
Great to be here, Lawrence.
General, obviously, I am excited about this because it has been far too long. But I want to start by first talking about where he's making the announcement in Arlington Cemetery. What is your reaction to the place where he's making that announcement and the announcement itself of our troops finally coming home?
Well, I don't have any view on where he's making the announcement. Public policy is his choice and where he chooses to do it. I fundamentally disagreed with President Trump in announcing a 1 May withdrawal, although he did have in mind that there would be certain conditions before the United States would withdraw, and that would be hopefully we would have a peace agreement negotiated between the Afghan government and the Taliban, and also a ceasefire. We don't have any of that. We have stalemated negotiations. Secondly, the Taliban has increased the level of violence in the country itself. So the Taliban sees that there's political weakness here in the United States in terms of the resolve to stay, and they've been obviously taking advantage of that situation. I think this decision is misguided because it's reckless and it's also shameful. It's shameful because we're abandoning the Afghan government, and in my mind, it's a surrender to the Taliban. Yeah, it's reckless because why are we still there? What are we really doing there? Mm-hmm. Well, first of all, we're not fighting a conventional war, as people are ascertaining we are. We haven't done that since 2014 when we pulled all the combat troops out. But what are these few thousand troops doing there? They're in Afghanistan for the same reason that we have troops in 4 other places where we believe radical Islam will do harm to us. There's 40 to 50 movements of radical Islamists around the world. We're not chasing any of those. But multiple presidents have said, we have a problem in Syria with ISIS reemerging. Let's make certain that does not happen. And we have a few hundred troops there. We have troops in Iraq for the same reason, and that's a couple thousand. It's classified the number that's targeting the al-Qaeda in Yemen, but they have aspirations also to attack America. We have 700 or 800 troops in Eastern Africa because that radical Islamic organization, al-Shabaab, has aspirations to attack America. That is it. And the 3,000 troops in Afghanistan are there for the very same reason. The potential rise of al-Qaeda, which was the place where they attacked us from 9/11, and make certain that ISIS, which has grown in the country, does not do that. Most of us who look at that say, my, that's a modest investment to get such a positive gain out of that.
But that's
an
not
insurance policy that the United States is not going to be attacked again.
You know, General, I have immense respect for you, and you are an expert on this issue. But the majority of the country doesn't feel that way. And many ask the question, because there's always a chance of a vacuum opening and terrorists coming back and forming some other group. When will they ever leave then?
Well, the terrorists haven't left the battlefield, Lawrence, and we don't keep the American people informed and advised as what's going on. None of our presidents have ever done a very good job of doing that, and the facts are they're still out there. And as I said, I think what we have done and what we have matured and evolved to is a very specific and focused threat on only those groups that have aspirations to hurt America and the American people. And it is a modest involvement in doing that. And it's a complete distortion about talking about this major war that we're involved in Afghanistan. It's just not the case.
So, General, and I have to go, but if I could get a quick response to you, is it no longer a strategy of the United States to change hearts and minds there? Is that no longer there?
I don't know when we ever had that strategy. We went there to kill the Taliban, who would not give up the al-Qaeda. which we did summarily and deposed that regime, and then run the al-Qaeda into their holes and kill as many of them as we can. And we did that. What we didn't do is we got deflected by the war in Iraq, and we did not follow the al-Qaeda across the border into Pakistan and finish the job, is what we should have done. So there's other policies that got in the way.
Thank you so much, General. I appreciate your insight.
Yep. Yeah, good talking to you.
Thanks, man.